Gabai. She is accused number two, Stefano's accused number two's legal representation, and she begins the day with her cross-examination. She's taken over cross-examination from Buta's lawyer, and she's now starting her cross-examination. And she takes it from a female standpoint, I believe. My understanding, or at least what I'm seeing from the other side of the screen, she starts off by, how are you? How are you feeling today? How is it going? Tell me about your life. So she's reaching out to Rance from a place of empathy, compassion. I understand what you're going through. Help me understand who you are. Tell me what your story is, which helps Rance to calm down, okay? Because you do see the interpreter, and I've seen you guys' comments. You do see that Rance tends to get carried away, and when she's about to get carried away, raising her voice and talking really fast, that the interpreter pats her on the back. Type a 2 in the comment section if you have noticed this as well. And then Rance kind of breathes in, and then she slows down, or either she stops. I'm not sure what that hand gesture is all about. I'm not sure if they communicated about it before, but Rance responds to that hand gesture every time. If you pay attention to it, you will notice she responds every time. Either she stops, or she slows down, or she breathes in. Or if she was about to raise her voice, she immediately stops at that. I don't know. I'm still observing it to have an opinion of it, but for now, I'm thinking, is that not influencing the witness? I don't know. And sometimes if you look at the interpreter's face, she does make facial gestures. Sometimes of shock, sometimes of I can't hear. But, all that are facial cues, communication cues that Rance could pick up. But then again, the judge says, in the judge's own words, Rance is not a sophisticated witness. Okay? In the following clip, you're going to watch and hear Rance tell her story. Sad story. She's a girl who had a dream to be a model. Gabai asked her, what changed? Why changed in your dream? She says, oh no, I still want to be a model. And I was like, you go, Rance, you go, girl. It's never too late, right? And then she asked her about her substance use. So in this video, we're going to learn about her substance use, her preference, what they do, how she started, when she had her first kid, the whole story. Okay, you get to learn behind the scenes of Rance. Lourentia Lombard, state witness, who is there to testify against the 3 accused and tell the story that Kelly sold JOSHLIN. But before that happened, there's the story of Rance, and Advocate Mkabai is breaking it down. It's a very interesting story. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
And how are you?
I feel better.
Okay. I am Miss Mkabai. I represent Stevino, Tumaizo, Dwayne, Van Rijn in this matter.
Ik is mevrouw Mkabai. Ik was zorgelijk bezig studeren voor de zaak met die leukste van. That's correct.
How old are you, Miss Lombard?
Hoe oud is hij? 33.
You are 33 years of age.
Hij is 33. That's correct, my lord. That's correct.
And please tell me, how was your upbringing? How did you grow up?
Kan u van mij verduidelijken hoe ik groot word?
Ik heb op een plaats gebleven, ik heb op een plaats groot geraakt.
I was residing on a farm. I grew up on a farm.
With parents?
With others.
Dat is correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Your mother and your father?
He's the father and mother.
Dat is correct.
That's correct.
Do you have siblings?
And he has brothers and sisters.
Dat is correct, my lord.
That's correct, my lord.
Are you the eldest at home?
En ik ben oudste.
Ik is een babietje
I'm the youngest.
van mijn maatse kinders.
From my mother's children.
Okay. Did you get an opportunity to be disciplined and to be taught respect?
Ik was bij jij zeker respect geleerd en discipline geweest.
Dat is correct.
That's correct.
By who? Between your parents, your mother or your father or both?
Bij wie zijn ma, pa of beide?
Mijn ma en mijn pa.
Mom and dad.
What standard of education do you have?
Wat is standaard dit ingedoen? Of wat is standaard dit ingevorderd of zo?
Wat graad 7?
Grade 7.
Every girl or every child growing up has a dream, has ambitions. What were your dreams or ambitions growing up?
Elke kind of elke meisie dink as ek persoonlik aan groot word, ek droom wat 'n droom het jy gehad? Wat 'n droom het jy gehad as jy groot word? En aan wat wil jy gewees het?
My droom was geweest, ek was 'n model.
I wanted to be, my dream was to be a model.
And what happened to those dreams? What happened to those ambitions?
Wat het gebeur met daai drome?
Ek is haastig om daar te kom en my gaan daar kom.
I'm not in a hurry to get there, but I'll get there.
Or you are still pursuing those dreams?
Even nog steeds daai drome.
That's correct.
Yes, that's correct.
That's great. We have to dream.
Ons moet droom.
You testify that you have 4 children.
Jy het gekry om te sê dat jy 4 kinders.
That's correct.
That's correct.
How old were you when you got pregnant for the first time?
Hoe oud was jy gewees het jy dat jy eerste kind gehad het?
Ik was 16 jaar oud.
I was
16, 17.
I was 16 years old, 2017. Was
Ik was 16 years old.
I was 16 years old, my lord.
You testify that from your 4 children, 2 are staying at home, if I'm not making a mistake, and the other 2, they are staying with Ayanda.
Can you please repeat that?
Of the 4 children, the 2 older ones are staying at home, and I took that to be with her family, and the younger 2 are staying with Ayanda.
That's correct, my lord.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay. Can you finish the quote with the names of your children and their ages?
Kan u die opsê u se kinders se name en hulle ouderdomme?
Is Rodrigo,
Rodrigo,
Roberto,
Roberto,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Aseko.
Aseko.
I would take it the last 2 are fathered by Ayanda.
Ek sal neem aan dat die jongs die laaste 2 is Ayanda se kinders.
That's correct, my lord.
That's correct, my lord. My lord.
And you testify that he has taken these 2 and they're with him.
En die het getuig dat hy die 2 gevat hulle saam met hom.
That's correct.
That's correct.
And who's taking care of the first 2 children, Ravigo and Roberto?
Nou, wie kyk na die 2 oudste, die ander 2?
Alles bella pan, bella oma, bella oma.
Yeah, with their fathers, by the father, my lord, by the grandmother.
Would you describe yourself as a responsible and caring mother?
Sal u self neem as 'n moeder of 'n ouer wat omgee?
That's correct, my lord.
That's correct.
Would you do anything that would harm Revigo, Roberto, Ayaka, and Asake?
Sal u dan doen wat u se kinders seer maak of seer laat voel? Sal u enige iets doen of sal u iets doen om u kinders seer te maak of seer te voel?
Yeah, my lord.
No, my lord.
Would you allow anyone to harm your 4 children?
Sal u enige persoon toelaat om u kinders seer te maak?
Yeah, my lord.
No, my lord.
And you would agree with me. You will do anything in your power to protect them.
En u sal enige iets doen om uw kinders sorry, my lord, the English word is beschermen. Thank you, my lord.
That's correct, my lord.
That's correct.
Mkabai. Like I said, she has a strategy. A warm runs up, make her feel comfortable, make her feel like this is a very, very safe space. Of course, we see Stefanos, who's like, what the hell is going on here? He cannot hold back his laugh. He's laughing at Renza's responses, especially the part that she wanted to be a model. And there's no hurry, as the saying goes. She will get there one day. It is still her target to be a model. You know what? Shout out to you, Renz. Kudos to you. She has an ambition. She has a goal, and she's working towards it. But at the same time, Mkabai makes her feel at home, makes her feel at ease, and makes her feel, listen, I'm better than the previous old man, okay? I'm better than him, okay? I'm not going to ask you tough questions. I'm just going to ask you simple questions. Questions like, excuse me, questions like, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Tell me about yourself. Okay, and she talks about, I grew up on a farm with my mom. You see, those questions are such easy questions. And, like, I can see Rance as a non-sophisticated witness saying, whoo, she's not asking me those tongue twister questions where half the time I don't even know what they're saying. So she's really being cautious. In my opinion, she's making her feel safe so that by the time she's ready to attack, so think of it as a lie detector test. These are questions that Rance would pass with flying colors because you can see she's answering with ease. She's not struggling. Her facial expressions, she's open, she's happy, she's smiling, she's not feeling attacked. Exactly what Mkabai wants. And then the attack comes on. So I didn't want to make this video too long. So I'm going to break it up because right away now, after Mkabai talks about, okay, so you wanted to be a model. What was your highest level of education? It was grade 7. But even at that, Rance didn't feel attacked or judged. That's the thing. Mkabai's questions, Rance did not feel she was being judged. So she was answering as truthfully as possible, which is why I say if this was a lie detector test, Rance would have been passing really, really well. She talks about her children. She doesn't even, go on the attack about the children. She's like, tell me their names. Okay, tell me their names. And Rance, of course, what mother wouldn't want to tell anyone the children's names? And she says it with pride. She names the kids, and the last two are Ayaka and Aseko, and those are Ayanda's kids. And you can tell that, this is a proud mother, okay? She is a proud... You can judge Rance all you want, but one thing about her kids, you can tell there's a sense of love there, okay? There's that sense of love there. And then... Now, this is what Mkabai does. Mkabai is brilliant. Off the bat, you know what? I'm not even going to take that away from her, okay? Mkabai says, so she names the kids by name. She doesn't say your 4 children. No. She says, Rodrigo, Roberto, Ayaka, Aseko. Would you describe yourself as a caring mother? And I was like, yeah. So you see, it's more intimate. It's like an intimate setting. And now Mkabai has got her comfortable, has got her in her cocoon. And then she's asking her things like, would you do anything that would harm your kids? And she says, no, but we know that she takes drugs. And then who's looking after the kids when she's high? Do you know what I mean? She's not feeding the kids. We can see where Mkabai is going with this, okay? But sadly, Rance is not a sophisticated witness. She's not picking up where this is going. She's just happily going about the answering. She's just answering the answeration, okay? And then Mkabai says, would you allow anyone to harm your kids? She goes, no. You would do anything in your power to protect them, yes. And then immediately she transitions to the substance situation. Rance, poor Rance. So I'm going to end this video here because I don't want to make it too long, and then I'll upload the next part 2 right away so that you can watch it as a continuation. Thanks so much for watching. You already know I absolutely love it when you do. Please remember the house rules: like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching from outside the club, today is a good day for you to consider hitting that subscription button, because it benefits you. Of course, it helps our channel grow, but most importantly, you get notifications on our next video upload, especially as I break down these intimate details of the JOSHLIN case. Okay, you don't want to miss the next upload. And to you who's watching as a member, as a subscriber, thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And in the comment section, let's go ahead and hit that. Let's go ahead and type "bring back JOSHLIN." What that does, it tells the algorithm that, wait, the comment section here is very engaged. Okay, it's very, very engaged. Oh, this is what they're talking about. Excuse me. This is what they're talking about. Bring back JOSHLIN. And then it starts to share this video with more people who need to hear about the JOSHLIN story. And the hope, of course, is that somebody recognizes JOSHLIN and we bring back JOSHLIN. How about that? Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.